This event is to recognize some of the members of Congress who are the good guys, not some that you have to go battle, you know. And you all have been so fantastic in going to see people, even though you know they're going to disagree with you. And you are so smart, and you've learned so much about how to go to hand-to-hand combat when you had to, and to give hugs and kisses when you don't have to. And we thank you so much. All of us thank you so much for that. I'd like to introduce one member of Congress who's already arrived. His name is Jerry Nadler. He's from New York and Brooklyn, Manhattan and Brooklyn, he just told me. And he is a fabulous lawyer. He's on the Judiciary Committee and also on the Infrastructure Committee. He's very high up, almost near the top of that committee. And we're so pleased that he's here. He's just been one of the great supporters of the public interest overall, of the rights of victims to go to court, which is very special for all of you, as you know, with your devastating losses, and also the right thing on all of our truck safety issues. And so if he would come up and... Okay. So we have a New Yorker here who has also been involved with, as a survivor of one, and family has been involved in one of these truck crashes. And so I wanted to introduce Michelle to you.
It is with great honor and pleasure that we present this to you.
And this is a clock, and it says, every hour lives are saved from your work. And so thank you so much.
Thank you.
And maybe you'd like to say a few words.
Sure.
Shortly.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to receive this, and to receive it from Joan and from this organization. Let me say, I'm in my 21st year in the House. I spent 16 years in the New York State Assembly before that. And that entire time span, I have been fighting against longer, heavier, wider, taller, etc. trucks, among a lot of other things. When I was in the New York State Assembly, there was a great irony, because the fellow who always sponsored the longer, heavier, etc. truck bills was a fellow named Vince Graber, who was the chairman of the Transportation Committee for many years in the State Assembly. What was strange was that Vince Graber worked two jobs. He was an assemblyman, which was technically a part-time job, but 40 hours a week, he was a railroad yardmaster. And as a railroad yardmaster, you'd think he wouldn't be supporting heavier, longer trucks, but he was. I don't know why. But in any event, that's long since passed. I've always thought that it makes no sense from a safety point of view, certainly. And we have a study, as you know, in the MAP 21 bill. I've recently, I don't know if Joan knows this, I've recently been appointed as the ranking Democrat on a new freight advisory committee that was set up within the Transportation Committee to recommend the new freight policy, to recommend the freight policy for our next transportation bill, and truck weights, lengths, et cetera, will be, I'm sure, a part of that, and I will certainly oppose any moves to try to increase them. There's one statistic that I remember from many years ago, and everybody ignores the statistic, and that is that one 80 or 70, I forget which it is, 80,000-pound truck does the same damage, wear and tear and vibration damage to a highway as 9,600 automobiles. Given our tax system, which is that we pay, the gasoline taxes are supposedly user taxes for the highways, the truck, the 80,000-pound truck, should pay 9,600 times the tax of an automobile. Because the automobile drivers, not to mention all the rest of us, are tremendously subsidizing the trucks and distorting the market and the competition between trucks and railroads and barges and all other forms of transportation. We're not going to get that 9,600 to 1 ratio, 9,600 to 1 tax ratio achieved, but hopefully we can come somewhat closer and make the situation more rational and the trucks less heavier. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And we'll give you a good version.